Number 9, build a team. This is another one that's out there that everybody agrees on. It's in all the books, it's on all the material. Everybody who talks about how to become a millionaire, how to become successful in business, they will tell you the critical importance of having a great team. Also, if you're working in your career, having great teamwork is the same. If the team works well, that's going to get you success. Obviously, if the team doesn't work, if the team, you know, is toxic, falling apart, people are not productive, people are not happy, then whatever you're trying to go, whatever goal you're trying to reach is not going to happen for you. I learned this the hard way. I actually learned it in this business that we're in now, my furniture store. I learned it here because I came from corporate. I was in a corporate position. I was a director. I told you I got fired, and that's how I made the decision to come here. But I was like, I got HR. If it's not working out, can you get me somebody else from that position? This person is not working out. It's like, the corporate thinking. If it doesn't work, if somebody doesn't like their job, you say, hey, everybody's. You can exchange anybody, right? It's a very, the corporate mind is very. Now that I'm a smaller business owner, I'm independent. I really see the corporate mind from a different perspective. It is very, it is very aggressive in that sense, right? But so what I learned when I came to the small business was, so I didn't know this, but I took over the business. There was a previous owner, he wanted to get out, so he sold it to me. I didn't know that before I entered and ended up buying it. The previous owners were trying to sell the business to the manager of the store. And they had been negotiating for some months. And then what happened was that so I came in, hey, I'm from Denmark, head office in Denmark. They love me, say, hey, you're going to be great for our brand, young business guy, energy. This is just perfect for our brand. So they decided to sell to me instead of her. Obviously, I wasn't told that. They didn't give me that piece of information. So when I started, actually my first day, our first team meeting, this manager, I was like, whoa, she was interrupting me and she was negative, and she was like, I came in with a new plan, a new goal for the store, how to increase sales and open more stores, take over the territory and increase salaries and benefits for everybody. But she was like, we can't, she was extremely negative. She was interrupting me, and I was like, whoa, who is this person, right? Who is this staff person? And it resulted in a very toxic environment that was going on for quite some time, and 9 or 10 months. And also, when she did finally leave, I didn't want to let her go because I spent time in the nonprofit sector as well. I don't like myself to get fired. Therefore, it's very hard for me to fire somebody else. Because I don't like it myself. But I also learned that if you don't fire somebody and you keep them for a long time, the environment is going to be more and more toxic. The longer you keep them, the more toxic it's going to get, right? So a lot of lessons here from me through doing what I've done here recently. But needless to say, what happened was when she finally moved on, I then realized that sales is not just sales. This was my top seller, and sales went down. It had a significant impact. When you lose your best staff, your top seller, it has a real impact on your business, right? So I learned something there, and then also going through a lot of other replacements and a lot of other staff, I really learned a lot about building a team, who to hire and why, and trying to figure out how to match them together, the right personalities, the right skills that supplement each other. I learned a lot about that. And what happened, it took me, after this person leaving 9 months, it took me actually almost a year and a half more before I finally got my dream team. And that process really, going from, trying out different staff, and you already created, you already have a toxic environment, because of jealousy and everything from this manager. She wanted to buy the business instead of me, so she hated me, and it just created a really toxic environment. And then the person I replaced her with, the other staff were jealous, and then they were saying, okay, they were trying actually to burn her out deliberately. I actually have that on black and white in a resignation letter, but they were basically saying, because they were jealous, then they would just, try to do less work so she would do more, and therefore they were trying to burn her out deliberately, right? So these are staff trying to undermine my business because they got their own biases and subjective views and thinking and everything and jealousy and all that emotional crap that you just don't need in a business, right? So finally, I going through these different staff, I finally got to my dream team. And what I've been having the last 2 years, 2 years and a half, is really a perfect team. It's everybody's a top seller. Everybody works well together. Everybody gets along. We meet outside work. We do dinners together. There's definitely friendship, and it's almost like a small family. So everybody loves their job, and everybody loves to work together with everybody, and everybody's performing at their maximum. So this is really the difference between having something in the beginning and then ending up finally with a dream team. And that's why everybody says that. Obviously, I can also see it in my sales. If you have a good team, then that's going to be the foundation of your success. If you opposite have a bad team, that can destroy your business, literally. So finding the right team members, building the right team is a very, very critical part to success.